to the channel. We are here at the TORG Gaming Expo 2024 here in Columbus, Ohio. I came to this last year and we had a great time. I thought the video turned out really well. But we got new style here. We got my partner Cleo on the camera. Say hi, camera. There.
Hi.
We're just going to have some fun. We're going to walk around and see what we have. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Alright, so here we are. We are walking through the expo. We're kind of going around the other way because a lot of people came from that direction when we first got in. Here's Cleo, by the way, everybody. So we're kind of just walking around this, but we're going to go to the back first and then kind of head up. Yeah, I don't know what this is going to sound like. I'm trying a new style. I know it. I'm trying a new style with this video, so I'm not sure what it's going to sound like. So this kind of area over here is the main vendor hall, and then this way is kind of the like the second area where like all the free play stuff. So we'll head that way later. But we're gonna head out and check out all of the vendors first. So yeah, we'll get a tour later. But for now, we're just gonna kind of walk around, and I'll come back and update you guys when we find something cool or if we buy anything or anything new.
You do not want to miss it because we will be showing you some excellent, extremely rare and one-of-a-kind things.
Oops, first purchase of the day from Cleo. Cleo, would you mind telling the audience what you got?
I got a new DS.
A new DS?
Yeah. Mine got stolen out of my car.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Cleo's DS got stolen, so they bought a new one. So we have our first purchase of the day, and it wasn't even from me.
It was $50,
but there you go.
which is like $40 cheaper than I've seen literally anywhere.
We've been here about 30 minutes, I would say, 30 to 45 minutes, and we've cleared this kind of section. We're gonna head down up that way and keep going along that way. A lot of cool stuff here, some pretty cool prices. Yeah, we'll keep things going. All right, we are here going through the vendors. There's Cleo again. We're going through the vendors, got lots of cool stuff. This guy's got some pretty funny shirts. We made it about a quarter way through all of the vendors. We still got all this to go. I don't have my mic on right now. That's probably why the audio sounds weird. But yeah, having a good time. We bought some stuff. We'll have an update later. But here's just a kind of brief tour of what everyone's kind of got going on so you guys can see kind of what everyone sells. All kinds of different stuff going on here today. Lots of stuff, just like last year that I pointed out. There, some stuff there. All right, it's been a couple hours. We pretty much walked this entire back half. We'll go over some purchases later. Cleo made a pretty big purchase.
I bought a new Switch.
The Animal Crossing Switch, $150, but we actually played the trivia that they had, like the event, and we actually won, so we got $100 to the convention, which is pretty cool. I've purchased a couple things. Cleo's purchased a bunch of stuff. We're having a great time. It's gonna go ahead and walk through this aisle, kind of show off what's going on. We got some cool like stickers and art and stuff. I'm kind of seeing, it's kind of weird like how big and how many people there are. I'm seeing the same people over and over again. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to show this on YouTube. Oh, that's Kirby's feet. There's Jessica Rabbit.
Let's show that one.
Yeah. Okie dokie to pokey. Alright. It has been about another hour. We have finally finished all of the vendors. I'll give a full comprehensive tour of the convention tomorrow. But yeah, we finished up all of the vendors. We bought some stuff. I have my eye on a couple things I want to try to buy tomorrow. Yeah, we'll give a full tour of the venue tomorrow. We still have about an hour left before the after party, and yeah, we're gonna have some fun times at the after party, so I guess tune in for that. Alright, we are heading out of day one of the TORG Expo 2024. Had a pretty good day today. We bought some stuff. Like I said earlier, I have my eye on some stuff I would like to get tomorrow. I'll go over what I bought later. But for now, we're heading out of the door here. And yeah, we're gonna go get some food. I don't think we're gonna stay for the after party, unfortunately, but yeah. Let's go ahead and end the door. All right, it is day 2 of the convention. We're here a little bit later than we would have liked to, but yeah, Cleo's drinking Red Bull. Their main diet, pretty much. It's day 2 of the convention. We're here at about 11:30. Convention goes until 4, but luckily we don't have to spend all the time walking around like looking at the vendors today. We have a few places we want to stop, a couple tables we want to stop and hit before the day ends. We had a pretty good day yesterday, had a pretty good night last night. Yeah. We're gonna have a good time. Real quick though, I want to show you guys. This is in the Greater Columbus Convention Center. I want to show you guys this like weird freaking piece of art that they have in here. You can probably see it, but the camera exposure is not letting it. There we go. You can see it now. This like freaking like giant disembodied head thing. This like big holographic piece of art in the convention center like lobby. It's very scary, and when you're coming down from that back hallway that way, because that's where we have to come. I know. That's where we have to like come to like from the garage to come this way to the convention. You can just see that down the hallway and it looks really scary. But anyway, we're gonna head this way. We're gonna head to the convention. Yeah, we're just gonna stop at a few tables, grab a couple things. I got some things I'm looking out for. We'll keep you guys updated. I think today I'm gonna film a tour of the actual convention and be like go around the entire vendor, like go around the entire hall, and yeah, so I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute. Alright, we are here. It's been about an hour or so since we got here, about 3 hours, a little bit more at the convention. We're at the most important section of the convention, the bathrooms and the first stage. The first stage is not open for some reason. Yeah, we're just kind of walking around. I've been really looking for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX for the Switch, and I saw a copy of it yesterday and I should have bought it then, but I have like a couple other things I want to try to trade. And it's Sunday, so people are bartering. I actually found the two things that I want today, the three things I came looking for today, which we'll talk about what I bought later. The three things that I actually came looking for today I actually already have, and the one was priced at $35 and I got it for $30. So people are bartering today because they want to get rid of stuff because it's the last day. So I'm really trying to find it, so I might get in contact with someone else, like my brother who's actually here, and see if he's seen a copy of it anywhere, but otherwise that's like the only thing I'm trying to find. I think after I get Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, because that's like the one game I'm trying to find, like I said, I'm really in the market for Pokemon Stadium on the N64, Star Fox 64 for the N64, Link's Awakening on the Switch, and maybe Metroid Prime Remaster on the Switch. Those are like the big ones I'm trying to look for. But otherwise, yeah, we're just kind of chilling. Some vendors. Definitely a lot less crowded today, which I mentioned in last year's video. But yeah, definitely a lot less crowded today. I have a smudge on my lens. I will clean that. I'm sorry. We'll do it. We'll give a full tour here in a little bit. But yeah, this definitely wasn't this empty yesterday. But we'll keep in touch. Cleo bought this little tiny little Pokeball crochet thing you kind of see right there. Yeah, so things are having a fun time as usual, and yeah, we'll keep things going. Yeah. All right, we're still here, obviously. We've been walking around. I haven't found Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but we did find some gacha machines here at the front. Cleo had 2 quarters in their wallet, so we're gonna play a gacha machine and see what we get. So we can get different Pokemon. Oh, I can get Darumaka in that one. That Whismur is terrible. Look at that Whismur right there. That's so bad. That coughing.
Trying to get rid of the glare.
That coughing's not that bad, actually. That Jirachi, Palkia, Scent Rep, Minun, Breloom, Graveler, Emolga, Electrocute, Pidgey, Emboar. Get all those in
Yeah, some of them don't look great. Like, I think this Diglett does not look very good.
There can be some different ones in here.
Yeah, there's some different ones over here.
Coughing, Slowking, Pikachu.
Oh, you get the
I think that's Cosmog right there.
You can get the bunny. Which
Yeah.
that's the same.
I think I'm gonna play this.
The bunny, the bear is what I meant.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this one, I think. I'm gonna play this one.
Yeah, I think this one is
Alright,
better.
which one should I do?
I don't think it really matters.
We'll go this one. This one looks lucky. Try this one. Oh, they're doing trivia again. Alright, yeah, go ahead. We figured it out. I'm just stupid.
You have to put it says right here. It says insert 2 quarters. You have to insert them both at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just dumb. And there's our little there's our little guy.
And what do we get? He's brown and he's fighting.
We got Hitmonlee, I think.
He's not even over here.
Yeah, we got Hitmonlee.
Yeah, I'll take him out.
Can you open it?
There you go. That's actually pretty good. Maybe you get a good one at least.
Yeah, there's Hitmonlee. Yeah, he's pretty good. How about that? Focus on him. There we go.
And then
Put
I'm
that.
gonna recycle my gotcha ball like I said.
Yep, as you should. I'll put this in my camera bag. Put it
Put it in my
right
gotcha.
there.
I can put it in my gotcha
Okay,
case
yeah.
with my other gotcha.
There you go. All right, there we go. All right, so we have unfortunate news, and we could not find Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX for the Switch anywhere in this entire vendor hall. We're actually almost done. They're actually closed in about a half an hour. So I think for the last half an hour, well, this isn't taking a half an hour, but I'm gonna give a kind of quick, comprehensive tour of the entire kind of hall, just so you guys can kind of see what the deal was. So this right here was the tattoo place. I talked about that last year, so you can get video game tattoos. You just walk through there. Some pretty cool designs. They had the cosplay judging and stuff over there. That tent kind of right there behind that, the tattoos, they had like a video game kind of museum place. You can see the cosplay judging back there with the lights and everything. That's kind of like a video game museum, everything. It was just like one guy's video game collection he set up with like almost every console that exists or something. The voice actor panels are right here. So you can meet those, the voice actors and everything. Which way do you want to go? Let's go this way. And then obviously this is the main kind of vendor hall back here. So lots and lots of tables. It said it had over 450 tables. Did you agree that was accurate? Yeah.
That's just it. We walked through a lot of tables.
Yeah, we walked around this entire thing like 4+ times. Just twice today. Pixel Empire's here. That's pretty cool. Some art there. It's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna kind of cut through the middle. So I got all kinds of yeah. Oh, something's going on over there. Yeah, so I have a lot of different stuff this year compared to last year. I felt like last year was like mostly video games, and this year they got all kinds of different stuff. So I'm gonna go walk through here. So there's some games and stuff. Got all kinds of consoles and stuff. Lots of amiibo here. Games here. Definitely a lot less crowded today. I mentioned that earlier. A lot less crowded today than it was yesterday. There's Mario. Hello, Mario. Yeah, lots of stuff over here. Yeah, the entrance is kind of right there. Kind of go through those doors, you come right in. And yesterday, when we came in, we tried to start there, but it was really crowded. So we actually ended up going back and starting back there in the back corner. So kind of this entire area is the vendor hall. Kind of in that middle of the floor right there is where we played trivia yesterday that we won, like I mentioned. And they got all kinds of stuff here, like I said, mostly games, lots of plushies. This booth right here was not very good. Lots of art and lot of arts and stuff and cool. A guy over there was selling mouse pads. I bought one of those because I needed a new mouse pad actually. They got some more art and stuff over here. But yeah, this entire side of the convention is just like the vendors. So you can see lots of open space. Pretty cramped in some cases and a lot of open space over here. And then this is the kind of other side. So we have this is kind of like the panel where they would do. That'll be kind of right there. There's the TORG Expo because it's like Halo themed this year, so there's that. Pretty fun. They would do like some other stuff here. We gotta get this. This was my thumbnail last year, so we gotta go and get it in the thumbnail again. Let's come over here. Yeah. Let's go and get this for the thumbnail real quick. This is my thumbnail last year. Boop. We could play cornhole. They had like a cornhole tournament today. That's over there. You can kind of see that. The VIP lounge is over there. I think that's already cleaned up. And also there's like a tabletop kind of area over there as well. Right here in the middle is where the Halo LAN tournaments took place. There's arcade games over there. You can kind of see. They did a Dr. Mario tournament back in that corner. And then more Halo LAN tournaments kind of up here. This is where they did like went through the Halo stuff because this year was like Halo themed. There's the cornhole again, like I said. And then
video game theme.
Yeah, it's cool. And then over here, kind of like the last thing to show, that's right there, you can kind of see that like red building is the IRL Mario Party. That's where they did the IRL Mario Party. You can kind of see it over there. But we didn't go to the after party yesterday, so we don't know how they did that. More Halo stuff, and then over here is kind of the free play area, and then back in that corner is the competitive. What? Okay. Something's going on over there, probably a tournament or something. And then over there is where they had like the competitive tournaments. So yeah, that was kind of a tour. And they had like outside of the actual convention, there's no more doors over there. Outside of the actual convention, they had like the vendors, not more vendors, panels and stuff like actually outside of the halls in the convention center. But and just these main two halls, this is kind of the main tour. So a lot of big open floor space, especially on this side, which is kind of interesting, which is something that I didn't mention last year was that I felt like this year is a lot more open, but I think that kind of lent it to being more crowded and feeling more cramped in excess because they compensated by having more open space for more people, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of a big open tour of the area. So yeah, we're probably gonna play some free play games for a little bit and probably head out. All right, we are officially heading out of TORG Expo 2024. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
Yes, we had a great time this weekend. It's a fun time. I talked about it in the video last year, but it's definitely a good time. If you're in the Columbus area and you like video games and pop culture, definitely come check out the TORG Expo. It's pretty inexpensive for a 2-day pass. You only paid $45 for the 2-day pass, and it's only $75 for VIP, and you get some extra little goodies with the VIP pass. And I think in the convention center, there are some pros and cons. I'll probably do like, when I get home tonight, probably record like sitting in front of my computer with my camera and record like some final thoughts and go over what I bought and everything. Yeah, I think there are definitely some pros and cons. Cons to being in the convention center.
The cons, me.
No, I'm like, it's like a pun, like pros and cons. But yeah, there are definitely some pros and cons to being in the convention center versus where it was last year, which was at the Expo Center. But I was so excited. I was looking forward to this weekend. Had a great time. It was really fun, but I was so excited for this weekend, and it just kind of flew right by, unfortunately. But thank you, Past Nadia. That was very interesting. So yeah, we had an absolute blast at the convention just like last year, and I would recommend anybody go to conventions, especially ones of this kind of vibe, which I'll get into a little bit later. But that is not what you came here to see. You came here to know what I actually bought at the convention. So we're going to go over that right now. Now, unlike last year, I basically just went to the convention, you know, just kind of walked around, and I just basically bought anything that I thought was interesting. Metroid Dread, for instance, I did not expect to buy that when I got there, but I saw it for a good price, got a good deal on it, and I managed to grab that. And I'm really glad I did because I had an absolute blast playing that game. The game was great. This year is a little bit different because I actually had a plan of a few things that I actually specifically wanted to try and buy at the convention because I knew I could get deals on them, I knew I could barter for them, and I knew that for the most part they would be in good quality. Those three things that I really wanted to get were Wii Sports Resort, Fortune Street, and a new Wii Nunchuck. That third thing is not nearly as exciting. And I'm proud to say that I did manage to find all three things that I wanted to get and a few things more. So let's go over exactly what I bought at the convention. Starting with Mario Kart Double Dash. This is actually the only Mario Kart console game that I do not own, so I was glad to finally finish out the console Mario Kart collection. Now, normally at video game stores and video game conventions, they have this priced anywhere from like $80 to over $100, and the person selling this one wanted it for $60. I actually had taken a few games to trade at the convention because I read that that certain booths would be offering trades. So I traded my games to the vendor, and he gave me 25, rounded up to 30. So I only had to pay $30 for a copy of Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube in 2024. Granted, it is not complete in box, doesn't come with the manual or anything, and the case is in a little bit rough shape, but I actually just got done testing it, and the game works perfectly fine, which is all I care about when it comes to buying games. I know some collectors are probably going to get all up in arms that it's not complete in box, but that's not what I care about. Second, I managed to get my copy of Wii Sports Resort. Most people at the convention had it priced at around $28 to $30, and I kept saying I can find it for better, I can find it for cheaper, I can get a better deal, and eventually I found it for $25, and I managed to go ahead and snag it while it was there. Disc works perfectly fine. I played it the other night. Again, it is not complete in box, but the case is in decent shape, and like I said, I don't care about being complete in box. All I care about is that the game working, because you might remember last year, I snagged a copy of Mario Kart Wii, and at the time it did not work. I have since gotten it to work, but at the time I bought it, it did not work. Last but not least, in terms of games, I managed to grab myself a copy of Fortune Street, a game that I do not own a copy of, except for now, but I always wanted to add to my collection because it always looked really fun. And I actually tested it to play it the other night. It works great, but I actually did have a blast playing it. This one's actually really interesting. So on Saturday, they had a price for $40. Sunday, they lowered it to $35, and I managed to get the guy to give it to me for $30. It's actually complete in box. The disc is not in it right now because it's actually in my Wii U, but it's complete in box, and the disc works great, like I mentioned. Kind of funny about this is I only saw like 3 copies of Fortune Street the entire weekend, and 2 of them were at the same booth, and that was the booth that I bought this one at, so that's kind of funny. There's also a guy selling mouse pads, or Pokemon Trading Card Game Players mouse, but they work as mouse pads, so here's one right here. And he was selling them 2 for $15, so I actually grabbed 2 of them, and I'm going to give this one right here to my friend, and I'm actually using the other one. It's on my desk right now. I'm not going to go get my Wii Nunchuck just because I don't really think it's that important. But that was pretty much all I bought. I bought a couple other things, you know, just a few, you know, little artsy things to give as Christmas gifts and stuff. But yeah, in terms of actual games, that's pretty much all I bought. Cleo had a much more eventful weekend than I did. They bought a Nintendo Switch because theirs got stolen out of their car recently, very unfortunately. What was funny is that, I think I mentioned this in the footage, we actually played video game and pop culture trivia. It was completely free to enter, and we actually won, and they gave us $100 that we could use at the convention. And we literally walked one booth over, and they had the Animal Crossing Switch that was used. Then they wanted $150 for it. Cleo put the 100 coupons toward it, and paid only $50 to get the Switch. Now, unfortunately, the Switch was not in great condition. The actual Switch was kind of off color. It did not come with the cables, and it was missing a Joy-Con, and the one Joy-Con it replaced it with was actually broken. However, there are some silver linings. 1, the dock is easy to clean. 2, Cleo still had the cables from their Switch. And 3, it actually came pre-downloaded with games. So all Cleo had to do was buy an SD card and re-download the games, and they basically got free games, only paying one price for the Switch. Cleo also bought a new DS because the DS also got stolen out of the car, again, extremely unfortunately. They got a black DS for $50, and it came with the charger, the stylus, and a kind of one of those bootleg, like 101 DS games or whatever. Cleo also bought a couple of little random art pieces. She bought a little crochet Pokeball, and they also bought a copy of Lego Batman 3 for the Wii U, and I'm keeping that in my collection because I don't have a Wii or Wii U. So yeah, that was pretty much our entire weekend at the TORG Expo 2024. What we did, what we purchased, and just everything that happened. Cleo and I had an absolute blast at the convention. We had a wonderful time. It was really great, you know, getting to see the atmosphere and talk to everybody and just really interact with people who just have a similar interest in pop culture and video games and trading and everything like that. I would really highly recommend any kind of convention, especially one kind of this vibe, because actually back in June when I was on my Alaskan cruise, check out that video by the way, back in June when I was on my Alaskan cruise, Cleo went to a different convention up in Sandusky, Ohio, and they really didn't like that convention just because they didn't like the vibe of it, and they said they had a much better time at this convention just because the vibes are really chill, everyone was really nice, and there wasn't any kind of pressure. It was really leisurely and just really enjoyable to just walk around and see everything. And if you're into video games, pop culture, just anything in general, I really highly recommend that you attend a TORG or any other video game convention. I obviously will have high praises for TORG because I've gone twice in a row now and it will continue to attend in the future, but in all reality, just any kind of convention of this caliber I think you would really enjoy. Now, in terms of comparing 2023 to 2024, I think 2024 has its pros and cons over 2023. The pros, I think, weigh down to the fact the convention center is very nice, parking is very easy, although you do have to pay for it, which is kind of a con, but you can park in a parking garage that's attached directly to the convention center, which is a plus. The convention center is very nice, there's food there, which was a lot better than last year where we talked about the food court in the Expo Center. The actual venue was bigger, and they were actually able to spread stuff out and put stuff in other areas of the convention hall rather than just in one room like last year. However, the cons weigh down to, I believe they overcompensated for the space and were trying to compensate for more people, therefore it felt very crowded, probably more so than last year, I think. 2, while the space was nice, as everything was able to be spread out more, I think they could have utilized the space a little bit better. You might have seen in some of the footage that there were just kind of big spaces of empty floor in the convention center, and I feel like they didn't really need to do that because there were a couple times when we were walking around the vendor tables where we felt really cramped, and I feel like that didn't necessarily need to be because most of the time we weren't really cramped at all, but it was just the amount of people and everyone trying to look at the same thing at once. And 3, the way they had it split up, which we saw in the video, was basically they had it split up into 2 halves, the vendor side and the entertainment, or lack of a better word, side. And I felt like when you were on one side or the other, you were really disconnected from the other side. And I liked how it was last year, where when you were on when you're kind of in the midst of everything, you could still hear and see everything that was going on, rather than this one where you really had to kind of make note that you wanted to go do something. But yes, we had an absolute blast at the TORG Expo 2024. We will continue to attend in the future, and yeah, like I said, if you are interested in video games, pop culture, just any kind of, you know, thing in that realm, I really think a convention like this caliber would be right up your alley. Obviously, you don't have to come to Ohio to attend TORG, but I'm sure your home state or wherever you live has a convention of a similar size and a similar capability. So I would look into it, and really, I highly encourage, if you're interested, go check out a video game convention. I don't think you'll regret it. But yeah, that is the end of this video. I wanted to get it out so I could actually have a video going out in November. I am working on 2 really big videos right now, and they're taking a long time to edit. They both started back in like August, and I'm just taking so long to record all the footage and get everything done for them that they're just not going to get done until December and January respectively. And also my school schedule, my rehearsal schedule, everything is just absolutely crazy, so I just don't have a lot of time to do everything. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different than my usual stuff, a little bit different than the TORG video last year. But yeah, go check out all the other stuff, and I'll see you back here in the future. Peace out.